All right, I think we have function. At least I think I do. That is for me to find out. I'll take that as a yes. Hello everyone, I am just getting set here. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Don't comment on how low the stream quality is because I am aware that it's low quality, so that is that. I guess I can run through the people who are saying hi. Doo-doo, hello, Commando Banana. Nope, sorry, warning just popped up. Please check the video resolution. Yeah, which is not optimal. I'm aware of what I'm not capable of. YouTube. Psh. Cool. I can function. Huzzah. Hello, Spam Man. Nerf thrifting reviews and more. Hello, Mr. Luchathor. I believe I saw you recently. Bruh. Oh, look at all those highs. Ooh, lovely. Yay. Love it. All right, I am just gonna kind of take a minute, let things get settled, and then all I'm gonna be doing today is showing off some gameplay footage from recent games and just chat. If you got any questions, send them my way. I will do my best to keep up with things. It's been a while since I did one of these streams, so don't expect anything special from me. Wow, Bray, so epic gamer. Bruh. Your FDL is the best looking one I've seen, reminds me of a tri-strike. Well, thank you, Daniel B. That is, I think, the exact goal I was going for. I know a lot of my blasters that I've commissioned for 3D prints are typically just pure white, but I liked the idea of having one that was slightly like the tri-strike. Where is your beret, Matthew? It's cold. This keeps me warm. My beret does not necessarily keep me warm. Hello, Banana Man. Well, hello, Lieutenant Meow. Yes, Mr. Banana Man. Where is he now? He is everywhere and nowhere. Love your videos. Thank you, Writer Quinn. High times 1,000. Oh, thanks. See, Swift Wolf, you see it's much better than spamming high 1,000 times. Much appreciated. You need to enable paid chats. Nah, I'm good. I expect absolute wonders from these videos. Oh, great. Buff Daddy coming in with your expectations again. That's unhealthy. You're not supposed to have expectations of me. What gear do you run in the competitive games? Carry 848. For competitive games, gear-wise, like not a blaster maybe, start there. I don't actually use that much. I should look into getting some decent mag holders, but I've also found that my current stuff just shifts around too much. So instead, I usually just have everything jumbled together in my blaster of choice, or I just run in with one or two things in my hand and maybe a magazine in my um, shorts, like in the back. And I pull that out as needed. I keep it light, I keep it simple. And as for what I usually use, it's the thumbnail. My FDL3 is very much my primary when it comes to competitive stuff. There's some other ones too, but my quick answer is FDL3. Good question. Beret makes my day happier. Well, thank you, Thomas. That is much appreciated. Yes, the beanie. It says Nef. It's almost like Nerf, but it's Nef. How can I throw money at you if there aren't paid chats? Exactly. You cannot throw money at me. I don't want your money. Get it out of here. Throw it at someone else. Throw it at yourself. Get yourself some money and just throw it at yourself. Hello from New Zealand. G'day from Australia. Well, hello, Australia and New Zealand. Welcome to America, West Coast, because it's still early enough. Yeah, the timing may not be ideal today. I understand that, guys. Um, so for those of you who have an extreme time zone difference, or I guess especially if you're on, say, the East Coast and it's getting to be pretty late in the evening, thanks for stopping by. Spam, you're supposed to walk up to him and pull pocket sand, but with pennies. Yeah, see, there you go. No one's ever done that to me. I want to be assaulted by change. Don't quote me on that. Hi, Bray. I really like your videos. You're pretty funny and creative. Haha, that's the trick. By the way, what is the best HVZ loadout you can recommend? JAMA animates. Oh, yes, that, the verb. Well, thank you. I would say for HVZ, if I had to choose a serious loadout, I would probably be very similar to what Captain Xavier looks at and just says like Alpha Trooper. It could be elite, preferably, but just a very simple pump action Springer. No mods really necessary. I mean, it can help if you want to get a little more performance and you have a semi-reliable performing Springer. I don't know. When I first got my Elite Alpha Trooper, it was kind of meh, but I've seen other ones that were way better, so I'm assuming that was just kind of a fluke. But those blasters I found have always been really easy for me to feel like I have everything under control, or maybe a very lightly modded flywheel blaster. But for me, like if I'm in a group and I know I don't need to spam off a bunch of shots, Alpha Trooper, Slamfire Springer is pretty decent. If you're not going for mags, the Magnum Super Drum is always a great option. That can be for games or HVZ too. So those would be my recommendations. And if you run a Super Drum, you just have a pouch full of ammo. Or you can ask Buff Daddy what he prefers because he can do whatever the heck he wants. That's why he's wonderful. It's nighttime for me, but I should be in bed, but Beret is streaming. Well, thanks, Lieutenant Meow. I'm sorry that I'm ruining your life. I won't have this go on for too long, hopefully. We'll try and keep this maybe an hour and a half. But please take care of yourself before just watching me talk about nothing. Dude at Rag running my Sentinel did very well. Oh, that's also totally reasonable then. Sentinel is good too. I haven't used my Sentinel in a while, even though I'm a very big fan of Sentinels. What are your favorite Springer and Flywheel blasters? Allie. My favorite, well, it's tough if you don't give me any specific game types, but in general, favorite Springer, I did mention I like the Sentinel. It is good. I do like Alpha Troopers for their simplicity. I like my Talon Claw. Talon Claw is pretty freaking sweet. I'll say I like a Talon Claw over a Caliburn too. And then a Flywheel Blaster, I love the way that the Cam ECS looks, even though it's basically just a Strife. I love the way my FDL functions, because FDL. And what else is a great flywheeler? The dual fish is pretty hilarious. That's some scary power. I don't think I have too much more flywheel wise to kind of praise off the back of my uh, arsenal over there. Would you recommend a full auto Strife for HVZ, Nerf thrifting, reviews, and more? I would, I mean, I wouldn't say don't do it. There are plenty of scenarios where full auto might be good. You just have to make sure that you have A, the capacity to run full auto and not screw yourself over, and B, along with that, a team that can support you. Because if you just run out and do full auto and you're not quick enough on the reload, or you don't have someone watching your back, nothing's going to work out. So a full auto player can be good, especially if it's slow enough full auto that you can, I mean, single shot as necessary. Like you can rewire a rapid strike and give it some boost, uh, but still get a shot, like a single shot off or a couple of shots off, and not have to dump the entire time. But if you're just doing full auto, you're going to burn through ammo way too fast. And what's the point if a single zombie runs up to you? In a large group, yeah, you can probably scare them back, but you also want someone else to be there with you because it doesn't matter if you're shooting full out of one direction. All it takes is one person to walk up behind you and say, "Pat, Pat, you're tagged," and you'll be like, "Well, this was great, thanks." You aren't ruining anything. Oh, I'm not ruining anything yet. Ha ha ha. Talk to someone else. I am ruining everything. I live in northern Michigan and it's 11:17 p.m. I should be sleeping also, but I ain't sleeping. DHC Gaming. Congratulations on not being sleepy. I find that I start getting sleepy around that time, so understandable. Beret, are there any cool innovations, you've seen coming out of the Pacific Northwest? Edison Huff, great question. Now, when you say innovation, I can see a few different sides of that coin because in a way there are people who are making some very high-powered stuff in our area and they bring it to some of our games. Like I've seen things at yesterday's game that are very innovative and very impressive performance-wise, but because our games are limited to 150 FPS, there's no point for them to bring it and expect them to use. Now, there are also people innovating the other direction, which is what I like more, and I have something to show you guys in the near future, but let's just say that if you saw my what did I call it? Atomizer reactor, which I'm also just calling the Excalibur because that was an amazing comment and I like the name of that one. Someone else did something with reactor ammo recently that I will be showing off soon, and it's innovative, but it's innovative in a different way. And I like that people are coming up with stuff like that. We have a good group of folks who are pushing the limits of what should and should not be done with Nerf. We're changing the game, one ballistic ball at a time. Use what you like in HVZ, but lean towards controllable rate of fire. Yep, because the more ammo you put out, more you have to feed it. Listen to Buff Daddy Nerf. He has probably more HVZ experience than most of us combined in this chat. I'm making an assumption there, but I feel like it's a reasonable assumption. What's your thoughts on the rival knockout? My thoughts on the rival knockout. Nice transition. I will have hopefully a video up on Friday about the rival knockout. I really like this thing, and mine is stock. I have not modded this whatsoever, but I used this in my previous game, which is what the footage I'm going to show is going to be. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes before showing that. I have to edit that review as well. But I love this little thing, and I love that there were other people running around with them, and some people were shooting half darts, some people were shooting rival rounds, some people could shoot megas, some people could shoot rockets. What? So this little platform, this $10 platform that some people have said this is the dumbest thing ever, and I don't need to buy this when I could buy a Chronos. Oh, there's something I really like about this guy, and I paid my own money, to get this thing, and I do not regret it. It's a good little thing. Coming soon. What's up? I really enjoyed your vlog for Ragnar Oktoberfest. Well, thank you, Robot Stone 6. I took a little bit longer to edit that than I had hoped, but it was a great event, and I just wanted to share what I got to do there. About 25% at least of what I got to do there is what you got to see. You're welcome. You got to choose. Do you play or do you record? That's why Luke brought someone else to do that for him. Smart guy. I still got my footage out first. Lol. I love you, Luke. Out of darts. Have you got the Percy's yet? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Ali, I do not actually have a Percy's. I don't own a Percy's, but I've seen many people who own a Percy's. There were a couple at yesterday's game, and especially with the extended hoppers. Gosh, those things are pretty crazy. They are good. The Percy's is a fantastic blaster. I don't own one and I haven't used one in a game yet, but seeing how other people have run around with them and seeing just the amount of firepower they have, it's quite impressive. Hey Buff Daddy, since Brett won't listen to me, what's your favorite Pokemon? Called out. I don't have a favorite Pokemon anyway, so carry on. Hey Beret, what kind of music do you like to listen to? The Nerf guy on the beat bench. Do you even work? Nerf guy on the bench, what kind of music do you like to listen to? I like to listen to electronic, but I'm game for many things, so my usual go-to is soft electronic. A lot of the music I used in my recent Ragnar Oktoberfest vlog is very similar. Monster Cat is a go-to label of mine, so varying degrees of electronic, not so much screamo, but sometimes dubstep is good. Sometimes soft house is good. Things I don't like are typically country. That's usually the only one. Sometimes you'll get me in my pop mood. Bring on Ariana Grande. Let's jam out. And then other times it's that. Have a nice night, Brett. Good night. Koshek. Yes. We now have a we now have a jolt for the three-man ammunitions. Exactly. That is what the knockout does. Happy birthday, Brett. Up, Vampire 87847. I swear I'm not blind. I've been ratted out. Yes, part of the reason I'm not doing anything today, taking it easy, today is in fact my birthday. I'm just hanging out here because it's a Monday and I don't want to do anything else. I went to work for a little bit. I got myself a burger and I just wanted to chat with some other people. We had a game yesterday, which was good. That was a good lead in to the week. Halloween is on Thursday, so that's fun. It's a fun time of year, definitely. And then Sunday I will be doing some more nerfy stuff. So keeping busy, but taking it easy as I need to. So yes, give me all your happy birthday wishes. I don't want to be like that, but obviously, yes, it is my birthday. Nothing special about it though. I am now older than I was this time last year, which is funny that Ragnar Oktoberfest comes around this time because last year I remembered getting out of Ragfest and I was like, man, such a weird feeling to hit like another birthday and see like that was the first time that I went to Ragnar Oktoberfest and the first time I'd competed really in that size and scale of competitive Nerf. I was like, wow, this was so interesting, like a big invitational that I went to, and this was pretty amazing. I can't wait to see what happens. And then here we are a year later, and I've done Ragnarok again, and I did End War before that, and Jared's Epic Nerf Battle before that. So it was like, three more invitationals in the meantime. Jared's Epic Nerf Battle is a little bit different, but traveling for Nerf again, I was like, wow, it's feeling pretty good that I get to do these things. Very, very happy that I get to do that, and that I get to share with you guys my adventures for those of you, especially who cannot go and want to see what the heck's going on there. So yes, another year, another plethora of experience now under my Nerf belt, which, having been a Nerf enthusiast for over 10 years, the past couple have definitely added some serious experience, which is just crazy to think about. I can only imagine what, middle school Brett would think of if he could see me like right now doing what I'm doing, be like, whoa, that's so cool. Not that I can make videos, but like, whoa, you get to go to these events like A, in your area, and B, like travel to them all across the country and even the opportunity to travel across the world. Wow, that's amazing. Yep. All right, I've ignored the chat, guys. I'm sorry. Brrr. Squirrely SOB. Hi, Tyler. Happy belated birthday to you too again. Yes, I try. Would it surprise you if I said that my favorite animal is a squirrel? Moving on. Spencer Bentley. Hey, Beret, what's your opinion on blasters that use shells, like the various Busby blasters, the Sledgefire, or the new trilogy? Happy birthday, by the way. Well, thank you. So, if you look at my official logo, you'll probably notice. I'm looking around because I swear I had a sticker on my desk a minute ago, and it's probably gone now. Whatever. The blaster I'm holding up in my logo is a Sledgefire. I love the Sledgefire. It's one of my favorites out there. And it's not the most powerful, obviously, but I have accumulated many shells now that they have gone away, so I'm glad that I started hoarding quickly. It's a shame that I don't get to use it as much as possible, but that's my life. I have to use many things, so I don't get to use all the stuff I like to all the time because there's always a new blaster to be fielded, and I got to at least play with it once. That way I can add it to my experience, and then I can say, I may actually want one of those for myself, or I never want to use that again. Ultra 1, coming soon. The Sledge Fire used to be one of my go-tos, and once I got over 20 shells, it really proved itself worthy for me because I could change out the darts inside of it. And once I got a reload on it that was pretty reliable, I was able to do some fun things with it. So go ask Captain Xavier about my Sledge Fire stories, and he will tell you how it earned its reputation with me in our area at the very least. Other shell blasters, some are more practical than others, obviously. The Sledge Fire fires 3 at a time. There's a place for that. The Spring Thunder is capable of firing, 3 rival rounds or 3 Boomco shots at a time, or mixture. There's a place for that. A blaster that takes a single shell and fires a single dart. I mean, obviously, it's more steps just for a single shot, and it may not be super powerful just for that. It can still be fun. So there is a difference between like a single shot shell versus well multi shell, but I think they can still, at the very least, be a lot of fun because I still own my original Busby double shot, and that blaster, while it is a terrible, terrible thing, it is also fantastic. I love my old double shot. Okay, and now to get back to the chat that I've once again neglected. Nerf travel is best travel, honestly. Correct, spam. I'm glad that you were able to come to Ragnarok too. Hey Brett, what is your favorite Nerf lineup of blasters? I had this one, um, the Ultra line. Oh wait, no, not that one. I would go with the Zombie Strike line because even though some of them are absolute trash, literally, they're very creative, and I have to give them that because what I'd prefer to see from Nerf is some creative stuff that, even if you raise your eyebrow to it, at least that sticks in your memory instead of just a reshell of a pre-existing blaster. If it does something a little bit different and they tried, that's what I'm game to see. Because we have a lot of standard stuff that already exists. So, to be honest, do I need another stripe reshell? No. If it's in a decent package, sure. But I'd rather see some different things than just another strife. If stripes are different, if the stripes are disappearing and you need a strife, okay, that's one thing. But they're not disappearing. We still have strifes. I think the Sledgefire is better than the trilogy. The trilogy doesn't use Sledgefire shells. Correct. Yeah, I'm sad that that didn't actually end up taking Sledgefire shells. I have still not used a trilogy myself, so I am not going to offer my criticisms on the trilogy without actually having the experience of using one. I'll eventually get to that, but I need to get to it. I'm not going to judge it just yet, too harshly. Rival League Joker, good evening to you too, sir. Oh no, it's a Lance. Hello, hope you're having a good evening. No, just kidding. I'm fine. When the Cap gets his arena up and running, are y'all going to each captain a team or all be on one team and waste us all? That's a good question, Christian. I'm going to. I don't know. I personally would like to be able to try and help train everyone else in our area because now that more of our folks who went to Ragnarok at the very least got to play competitive this year, then maybe since I still have the most experience, not being, like oh, guys, I'm important. Like, no, I literally have the most experience in our area of competitive Nerf, like in the, current BTA style. Maybe, I could help train some other folks on like at least the basic rules and some of the like basic plays, and then we just kind of go from there. And maybe we do take up our own teams. I'm sure Xavier would love to have his core group of crew be on one team, but he's not going to be playing. He's more of someone who will moderate the games, and therefore he would probably need more people on his team. I'm good for whatever. I am not. It sounds bad, but I'm not like stuck on one team. I love to be able to move around and play with different people. Um, and there are some things where I will stay on a team, like probably for End War, I have my competitive team already set, and that's not going to change. And most likely for Ragnarok next year, assuming everything stays to course, I have my same team as well. But for local stuff, we may also just do it where you don't have set teams. We just have kind of what Ion Rush started with. We have a group of people, say at least 10 people, and we just switch them around each round. Like, okay, we're playing another game. We need five on this side, five on this side, and go. And then after that round, we take a small breather, or we have enough people that five different groups, two different groups of five come on the field and play. Soon. I'm excited to get that started here. Just some more types of play. Always good. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue looking at the screen, but I'm going to give you some extra stuff to watch. So there was a small segue of it earlier. Yes, this is the Nerf Rival Knockout. I think it's pretty darn nifty, and I had some gameplay footage with it, and you're going to watch it now because you have to. All right, this is from our recent game, not spoiling anything, but I'm hopefully going to have a video on this done by Friday. Oh, and I died real quick. What a great day. All right, back to the comments. I think I've watched this before. I don't think anything bad happened. I don't think I said anything bad. I guess we'll find out. Hey, Mr. Aldos, nice to see you, sir. Nerf 1231111. Yay. What is your opinion on possible Ultra Blasters? Guess we'll find out once we see them. My experience with the Ultra One now in a game setting is not incredibly positive, guys. I have to be honest, but I'm gonna have to save that for later. If you're watching this stream, then you can be in the know that yes, I did use the Ultra One in my last game, and no, I was not impressed with it in the slightest. And that wasn't just because I didn't have that much ammo on me. It was because of the performance. I was not a fan. But that was not the only blaster on the field that was capable of firing Ultra Darts. So we'll see what the first party Nerf company comes out with that fires Ultra Darts soon. I don't know. Have you thought about using a scar barrel on any of your blasters? Ocular cavity. On some of them, maybe. I honestly haven't had too many blasters where I've considered it just because I'm usually engaged in much closer ranges and I'm not going for accuracy anyways. I usually try to get close and that's my accuracy. For scar barrels, I could see a couple, maybe of like my Caliburn and Talon Claw. My Caliburn's not functional right now. Maybe my Talon Claw could use one, but I kind of mentioned, I don't really do long range that well, so I'd almost prefer not to shoot as far just so I can still see it. But I would definitely consider it. There are some great scar barrels out there right now. Some people put some very good work into those. You should attempt to make a bean beret, a combo of beanie and beret. More beans. Oh, don't say beans. It'll attract the Detroit Dart Talk. I have to watch something I already have seen. What sort of content is this? Lance, you haven't seen this before from my angle because you've been shot at, but not you were not on this side. So now you can watch yourself get tagged out by a single shot. Also, this was, I'm pretty sure, actually I don't think it was this round. There were other rounds where you were at the bucket yeeting balls and I had to try and tag you with the knockout. This is earlier in the morning when the glare was so bright and I couldn't see anything. This live stream needs more Flux sunglasses. You're darn right it does, Velocity Blasters. But remember, Flux does not have two X's. Good enough. Can you front load the knockout reliably? Bishop Gantry. Yes, actually, I think you can. I didn't do it. Buddy, stop stepping on the bucket. I don't think you can. What am I saying? I don't think I did. So I don't think I can like show you that it's reliable, but I think you can. You just have to make sure you push it in all the way. Knockout is kind of awesome, actually. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Aldos. I was surprised how many people I saw. Yeah, it is looping now. I was surprised how many people I saw with a knockout at our game where I was like, oh shoot, I literally already filmed my initial look at it and was saying, I can see how this would be a 14 and older blaster only just because of how many steps there are, and that would frustrate smaller kids with it. But I saw some kids running around with it, so as long as they know all the steps, then good on them. Good night, DHC Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. Beans, 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 beans. What do you think of Orange Modworks' new auto springer they're coming out with? Chris, I don't know, man. I didn't get to see much of it at Ragnarok, and the other things I heard about it was that it may not be as compatible as we thought. So I'm gonna hold my official opinions until I actually get to see it, but I don't know. If it's not using like standard darts, that's kind of a problem for me. I have no interest in investing in brand new stuff. Unless it's the Ultra One. Yeah. Okay, skipping ahead a little bit. Sorry, guys. Legend has it if you chant beans 3 times and fire a jolt, you summon Tom from Detroit Dart Talk. That's real. Don't do that. That's a serious thing, Cybern. You don't say that. I will say, yeah, guys, if you have a question for me, you should put Beret so I will see it highlighted. Just because I'm probably missing a lot of stuff and I don't mean to. I am just incapable of keeping up with everything. So, that is that. Do 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 do. Dream Nerf gun. What is my dream blaster? I don't know. I don't think I can dream that hard. It's hard to now think of something that doesn't exist that I would want to use. Yeah, I don't actually have a good answer for that. There, you have an idea and it's like, oh, something probably exists for that, or it's just way too far out there that you're like, hey, could I put this inside of this? And you're like, okay, what? I want to put a Nemesis inside of a Jolt. And it's like, okay, that's just dumb now. I let the things come to me. I don't dream and make it. I hope you realize that now. I am not the creator. I am the user. I am blue collar. Okay. Maybe the Ultra One will have DLC that will make it actually work. That's good, Ned. Well, you can in fact put in standard darts into these slots for the Ultra One, but it doesn't fire them reliably because the cage, the flywheels are too far apart. Okay, I'm gonna try and find my other knockout footage. Please don't be something I don't mean to show. Okay. I don't like how when I change a new clip, it just pauses, but whatever. Oh, shoot. Oh, bogus. Why is that there? Okay, you guys saw nothing. I was totally prepared for this. Damn it. The file names on these things say March of 2015. So dumb. Don't look at that. Okay, am I using something that you're not supposed to see still? Am I spoiling my entire next I'd Run That in a War video? I think I am. Son of a biscuit! This whole stream's out of line. Ugh. Oh, I see what I did. That's stupid. Bear with me. I'm definitely... Alright. Leaked Nerf Ultra footage. Nope. You saw nothing. I say this like no one saw me at my game where we played. Like they're all under NDA or something, where there's like, 5 people in this chat who were actually there, and they're like not allowed to actually say that they saw me using a certain blaster or something. Sorry, scrolling back up to try and catch up with questions. Beret, why you so handsome? Cybran, because I take one ultra round a day and it makes the zombies go away. Carry848, Beret, do you have any suggestions for starting a competitive Nerf team in Canada? I think there is a competitive Canadian Nerf team, at least that traveled for End War. That's the team. If Buff Daddy's still in this chat, he's part of the team. Yeah, I don't know where you find them, but they're around. How do you feel, Luke Hill, Beret, how do you feel about the DZP bamboo half darts? Also, what do you think is the best secondary to a Caliburn? Well, this whole thing? I like these. I liked Bradley Phillips did a fantastic video talking about these, comparing them to Worker Gen 3s. I did get my pack of extra ones, so I can actually use my blaster now more reliably. I think the darts are good. I just hope that they're going to be sold at a reasonable price, such that more people may invest in them. Because I think they could be a really good alternative to worker darts for some people who just want to get them. But I don't think they're game changing. They're just a nice other option. But unfortunately, I think they're only going to be that option for US folks, and so importing them is going to be a pain and a half. But they're not bad. I mean, definitely not bad. But I don't know if these are actually going to like fix everything compared to the standard worker darts or other half darts that exist, like cut down Adventure Force waffles, which are great already too. But that's all Dart Zone, so good job Dart Zone, at least on cornering the market on great darts. Oh, and what's a best secondary to a Caliburn? Well, I guess a flywheel blaster of sorts. So if you can have a small flywheel blaster or a rival knockout, maybe that would be a good one. It'll depend on your playstyle. Bray, would you combine the two old gods, Banana Man and Saxman? Ooh, there you go. That's how you bring Saxman back. Just combine it with banana Saxman, Saxy Banana. See, there's Lance, just yeeting. Oh, he's got the ranch. So he's getting tags with it too. Oh, sorry, I haven't seen this in a while. Watching it again is pretty hilarious. There's a man on the field right there running around with a bottle of ranch dressing. He's not throwing the ranch on people, he's just tagging them with the bottle. Anything can be a weapon, guys. Just don't hit people too hard. Beret, have you ever tried a rainbow pistol? Nikki C, I have tried a rainbow pistol. I don't think I own a specific rainbow pistol, though. I own an LPL, which is kind of old, and I don't think it's exactly a rainbow. Hey, Beret, I want to change the name of my channel to Siva Experiment 4293 numbers, but I want others' input. Should I make the change? Looks like you already did. Good job. Beret, do you like to play or watch sports other than Nerf? Curtis Wheeler. Well, one reason I started this a little bit later is because we were watching the Blazers game. So I like to watch basketball and sometimes go to basketball games. Unfortunately, they lost, but that's okay. Hockey can be a good watch as well. There's a lot of things I like to watch, though I've found that why I like Nerf so much is that I actually get to play. So I don't know if I don't dislike watching other people play Nerf, but I would prefer if I got a chance to play it too. That's why I like to Nerf, is because I like to play. Beret, your Dream Blaster is obviously the Banana Burn. No comment. Beret, apparently the new Ultra Blaster names are on Nerf's Amazon. We interrupt this stream to investigate. Is this on like Facebook, the forums, Nerf Ultra, Nerf Ultra. I mean, because I saw the leak from Target. I mean, we don't talk about leaks here. Hasbro doesn't like that. What? I saw that they announced the Nerf Ultra 3, the 4, and the Outlaw, and then there was nothing on the 2. Oh, okay. I don't see anything yet. Beret, how often is your Caliburn out of commission? I am interested in one, but without a 3D printer, I am afraid of breakages. Ocular City, well, my Caliburn just had a broken ramrod once, and I could have fixed it, but I was on my way to get a Talon Claw, and my Talon Claw has not yet broken, and it has better hardware in it already. But the main reason I hadn't fixed my Caliburn was because I kind of found that I liked my Talon Claw a bit more. For me, the Talon Claw fits my size. It's much easier to prime. It's smaller and therefore easier to turn around corners. I don't need to get 200 FPS shots. I'm fine with getting less than that, and which is perfect for a Talon Claw. And yeah, so that's why I didn't really fix it. It's in pieces right now, but I mean, I could fix it if I wanted to. There just hasn't been a game or a reason beyond that for me to actually get it fixed up. That is all. Tayback, it hid your comment. Careful, you're making YouTube upset. Apparently. Can I use my stuffed animal cat as a weapon, Beret? Yes. Yes, you can. Everything is a weapon here. Beret, is a flywheel knockout a good idea? Yes. Yes, it is. No questions. Beret, do you think the Ultra Outlaw is going to be the Ultra 2? No, because if they name the Ultra Outlaw to be the Ultra 2, then it's not the Ultra 2. Why would they announce the Ultra 3 and the Ultra 4 and then decide that the Outlaw is a replacement for that? That's just aggravating. They can't do that. That's illegal. Call the police. That would be really dumb to but I'm not gonna put it past them yet. That's making me agitated. Nerf, don't do that. So Beret, yay or nay on the little blaster you tried yesterday? Don't want to ruin a vid. Oh, on the goblin. Goblin, yay. I could pull up the footage on that too. Let's see if I can find it. Icons, icons, icons. Sort by something better this time. Let's see. Go. Shoot! Wrong one still. What was this? What was this? 4024. Okay, this one. Okay. You did not see a nail biter. You did not see a nail biter. Oh, son of a biscuit. I'm upset with myself. Oh, there's me looking at me. Oh, nice. I don't even know if this clip has actual footage with it, or if it was just me talking. Okay, well, that's my goblin footage. We'll eventually get it up. The stream is going great, guys. I was very prepared for this. Maybe I should name my files with my GoPro footage and not just leave it to chance. Oh well. Whatevs. But yes, what I am picking up right now is the NG2 Goblin. One of our players had just picked one up, or just received it in the mail, and I was given the opportunity to run it in a game and see how I felt about it. And it felt pretty darn good. And in actual use, it was pretty darn good. And I've seen some other people get their goblins recently, and I was like, well, I have some flywheel half-dart blasters. I have some flywheel blasters. I don't think I really need this. And then when I actually saw it, I was like, whoa, this is really good. Like, it's not, doing crazy high, upper hundreds, like 200s. Oh my gosh, breaks everything. Like, no, it advertises 120, like 120, 130 is what it gets. But for the form factor, it's, dare I say, damn impressive for a very compact little flywheel blaster. And I was very fond of it. Is this looping? Shoot, this isn't the footage either? Ugh. One more try, guys. One more try. This one is it. I'm positive. There we go. Ugh. No, Aldous, you don't get to see the nail biter just yet. It's a special video. I think I've almost divulged all of my footage soon. Okay, yeah, speed up for me, please. There we go. I don't like how that does that, but I don't know how to change it, so sorry, guys. Okay, so this was Chelo wanted to run the four of us for the speed round. He wanted the crew to be on one team and defend this back set of trees. And so they took some silly loadouts, or I mean, Super Drum isn't that silly, but they had pretty limited ammo. And then I ran out there with like 5 half-dart magazines. So I was actually that was the highest capacity I had on me all day. So when he said grab something silly, I did the exact opposite, which is exactly how my life is. He also had a sword. So we were just trying to defend this tree line. And they took one side, and I took the other side, as you'll see in a minute. But we basically were challenging people, all right, come and get us into this, back corner. And so I said, all right, I'm going to watch this side. And I have pretty good range with these half darts and pretty decent accuracy, and you'll see how long we got to hold out here. But it was pretty fun. I did enjoy this game, and I was like, oh, sweet. Nothing like one single round to get me all my gameplay footage with a single blaster. That's pretty great. Yeah, but the Goblin. I I hate having to buy more blasters, but this is a good one. This Goblin is good, and it did not fail us, because some blasters did go down because of the cold, and this one did not. So, good job, Goblin. But yeah, for the engagement distances we have, I think 130 is perfectly reasonable. It's just these low-hanging branches that I can't seem to shoot through. Who'd have known? Half darts. There's a hit. There's nope. This is so funny. We're like, no one's hit, no one's hit, no one's hit, no one's hit. I'm like trying not to hit him in the face. Okay. Beret, the true epic gamer. Bruh. I'm an epic gamer, bros. What up, dude, bros? Use your phone as a melee weapon. And then record it like while I'm using my phone too, so you can switch from my GoPro footage to my phone, which is like just right in front of someone, hitting them in the face. Yes, that would be great. Okay, what ranges did it get? Love the dude in the vest dancing. Yes, we have a lot of people who are willing to do silly things, and I'm very happy. NG1/2 has the best trigger pull around. Hello, Jangular. Thanks for stopping by. And yes, you got to see the NG1, so you have a good baseline to compare it to. It's very easy to fire off this blaster, which is dangerous, but it's also good. I was also here just using some of my very old worker darts, so like, yeah, that's a hit. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I already have another blaster I'm trying to think of, and then this thing gets thrust in my face, and now I have to consider a second one. I don't want to have to buy a blaster from Germany. The shipping will take so long, but it'll be so cool. The 3D print quality on this blaster is also quite good. But yes, there are some other reviews of the NG2 Goblin that exist already, so if you want detailed reviews, go check those out. My review is just going to be me standing in front of a camera talking, and then this footage cut and spliced. Sorry, I remember this tag. He moved out of the way, and then I got. Yeah, and so that's what mine is going to be. Just showing off the blaster. It's a cool one. Fair, but what limitations are there on mods for tourneys? Well, I mean, as long as you're still using standard ammo, you should be fine. I mean, we have FPS caps for tournaments. This is obviously not a tournament. It's okay, Jangular. You are welcome here. We will accept you. Some competitions have FPS limits and just ammo capacity. That's the most common one as well. Bruh, someone make a Nerf AK with bolt or some crap. Well, I think those exist. You can get 3D printed kits for those. They don't do anything, they just exist. Or you can go buy the Nerf Jupiter, because that has a bolt. So you decided to bite your nails. Shush, Nerf thrifting reviews and more. Shush! You didn't see that. Gotta go to work later, peeps. Happy Beret Day. Thank you, Bishop Gantry. Thanks for stopping by. Beret, what do you think will be the next breakthrough in the modding community? Will it be related to darts? I don't know. A third darts, or will it be blaster related, something like a scar barrel? Uh, it's hard to say, because the two blasters are one thing and darts are another thing. But I think you could break blasters into something more, right? Like, a revolutionary Springer is different than a revolutionary flywheel blaster, which is different than a revolutionary Stringer, which is different than a revolutionary air blaster. Air blasters having the most the strictest limitations there, because then you could break it off into like HPA or LPA. I honestly don't know what's going to be the next thing that gets people to kind of turn their heads and say, the one I think right now that's more up for debate is HPA, just that some places allow it and some places don't. But it obviously hasn't taken off everywhere for some of those legal reasons, and just because not everyone should be doing HPA builds because they don't know what they're doing. So you need to have people know what they're doing before they do them. It's easier, I would say, it's much easier and safer to get into Springer mods, and then electronics can be a little more complicated for folks, and then air is definitely more serious. If you come from a paintball background, that's one thing, but I wouldn't do an HPA build because I have very limited experience with HPA and I don't know anything about it, so it would be unsafe for me to do that. And I would need to learn my stuff if I wanted to make a blaster like that and be a reasonable operator and not be a danger to myself and everyone around me. So I don't know. That's a good question though. And I'm not necessarily someone who looks for the next big change because on this channel, I use whatever, and that is totally fine. And when it comes to even the competitive setting, I think I have what I need. I don't think there's anything that will really change the game, because if you're saying you need to have something that fires faster, when it comes to having an ammo capacity, you may not want to fire that fast. If it really just comes down to blaster reliability, then that's, I think, a little less like shocking for some people. That doesn't give them the sense of like, oh my gosh, this is game changing. Like, oh, this blaster will never break. They're more of impressive. Like, how far does it shoot? How fast does it shoot? What does it look like? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm not someone pushing the boundaries on that. Good question, though. Oh, I'm awake. Uh-oh, I see G-Dop 26 thrown around. You talking about Spring Thunders? You talking about my next blaster? What? Just asking, Airsoft team versus Nerf team versus Paintball team, who wins? Well, I mean, the Nerf team can win if the Paintball and Airsoft team are looking the wrong directions, and the Paintball team can win if the Nerf and Airsoft team are looking the wrong directions. It all depends on the game that you're playing, and it depends on who's on the teams. Because I could have a paintball marker and I may not hit people because I don't have experience shooting paintball as much as I have experience shooting Nerf. Obviously, paintball shoots a little bit harder than Nerf, so you might get outranged. Beret, word on the street is it took 2 weeks to get the NG2 Goblin after it was shipped. Oh, word on the street. It's an interesting street you got there, Tyler. Good to know, though. Good to know. I'm going to jump ahead because I think I missed more stuff again. G'day, Brett. G'day, Wombat. Combat Wombat. That's a good name. I like that. I'll stick to airsofting, but I'd like to see it done. Okay. Reminder, this is a Nerf channel, but if you like what I'm doing, that's also fine. Just don't judge us for playing Nerf if you like airsoft, but we don't judge airsofters. The person is more important than the blaster to be a good Nerfer. I don't consider myself a good Nerfer, but others have said differently. Weird for a flat, slow guy. Mr. Spam Man, I have seen you hold your ground. You do not need to be a fast Nerfer for every type of game out there. You are a solid man with your Caliburn, I remember, last Ragnar Oktoberfest, and that is always a win. Nerf Percy's Vector. I don't... Disappointment in the channel, I don't know what you're referring to there, but yes, the Percy's is still good. Beret, air-powered or not, Nerf as a whole is growing and it's so good. A lot of fresh new folks joining communities and getting into the modding game. Absolutely, Aldos, I would agree. That's game-changing. You bring up a very good point. That is the good change that I would be happy to see there. And with getting new people in, you don't need to blow them away with, the highest FPS blasters right off the get-go, because then they might be too enticed to try to sink all their money or resources into, a crazy high-powered build, and then they'll get frustrated if they don't manage to do that, and then they'll not actually get into it. So like real light mods for new folks is sometimes all you need. Like this Goblin here, 130 I think is reasonable performance. Again, this is a blaster you can buy, but you don't need to give them like, hey, this is a like a 250 FPS Caliburn. Go and run with this, and then they can't prime it by like the end of the day, and they're like, I don't know if this is for me. Whatever people really want to play with and gets them interested is what's best. G-Top 26 is a legit air-powered blowback full-auto blaster in the works. The dude's a mad scientist. He seems like it. That's pretty crazy. I saw his website with all of the assembly instructions there so far. It's pretty crazy. Like, that's some serious effort put into the blasters, which is great. Cut out the battery tray on the Percy's, make that the magwell, and run mags through it. Over the hopper, lose capacity, but man, the looks, it was meant for that. I guess you could. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, you lose you lose the original function, which is what makes the Percy's kind of nice, because you can just top load really easily. Bray, do you think something conceptually similar to the Rev Reaper, but with better weight distribution of stock and a heavier gear train, could be strongly competitive in a Nerf war scenario? Hey, Buff Daddy, where are you? Jarek Mogul, Morgul, that, yes, because the Rev Reaper, if you can control that, is totally fine. I've found that it's hard for me to aim with it, but I know people who can. I'm sure the Rev Reaper has upgrade potential. Bray, this is exactly why having stock-only rounds is important. Yes, I like when we get to have stock-only rounds. We haven't been able to do it here so much because it's hard to limit people when they bring their own stuff. But I think we may have some ideas in the works. Double stack Nerf mags, come on people, you have the means. Disappointment the channel, we do have double stacked magazines out there. The 40 rounders. You mean the Hera. Ding. Do. And exactly that. The double stack magazines are not always the most reliable. They're very picky about darts, and there are very few blasters that work with them at this time. Though I hear there might be some more that work in there. I have to wait and see what this person will do. Please use stock only this round usually works. Well, David, that right. Though some people, like when they bring their stuff, they don't have any stock blasters. And then when you tell them, okay, that's fine, you don't have to use your stuff, you can borrow one of these. They'll be like, well, I kind of only want to use my stuff, so I'm going to sit out this round. That's kind of the least ideal scenario, but is not uncommon. And when we have games and we say, hey, everyone's welcome, we want to encourage people to come, and the best way to encourage them to come is to use their own stuff because they've put work into them. And then there's also people who don't want to come because they don't have a blaster. And we're like, but you can borrow this. And they're like, no, I want it to be my own one. It's hard to balance that sometimes, but we can still try it soon. Yeah, 40 round magazines exist. I haven't used them on my channel because I have the one, and so it's not as reliable as I would like it to be. Um, I I'll put myself through some stuff, but I don't need my mags jamming on me by choice. There's no need for me to do that. More praise to the Buff Daddy. He deserves it. Is the Nerf sniper ever going to be a thing, or are the darts just too flimsy? Go check out Bradley Phillips' channel again. See what he has to say about Nerf sniping. That'll be the easiest way for you to get an idea that yes, Nerf snipers do exist. They are real. They are scary. Half darts were kind of game changing, I would say. So being a well-traveled man of darting you are, have you noticed a difference in playstyles in the geo areas? Hopefully I can go to more just like games because, we've had all of our Pacific Northwest games and I've seen games played in the Bay Area. But I haven't played it like a standard game in, say, Georgia. I've only been there for End War, and I haven't played like a Texas game. I've only been there for the epic Nerf battle. So it's hard to say exactly, but I have heard that the styles are a little bit different. And we're graced with these big trees that, actually can give you cover. You don't need to make your own mobstacles. You don't need to bring giant pieces of cover to stick in the center of the field, even though they are nice when they exist. Those were great that one time we had them. So, I can disappear behind these trees, and I love that. So the field layout will make a huge difference. But I've heard that, some places do have different play styles. And it also depends, on how many people are, like say, our age and who bring modded stuff versus just kids who come to have a good time. But, our games, we really only have one style of game right now, I want to say. Though there are other types of events that exist. Most of our games are just, okay, these, like, the FPS cap is 150. Sometimes if we get the right venue, it'll be a little bit higher. But, it's mostly just, like, general public. Kids and adults can come and play. We don't have, like, a kids-only versus an adults-only style. split up because we don't have enough people necessarily, and we don't have competitive games only versus just, games because we don't have a league for that just yet with a proper field. Oh, is Aldos leaving? Oh, thanks for stopping by, Aldos. Appreciate your time here. Dude, it's 9:10 p.m. Why is it still light over there? I live in that time zone. It's pitch black. That's because I have lights on. I'm not outside in the dark. Because if you're outside in the dark, you probably wouldn't be able to see anything. I'm smart. I big brain ideas for live streaming. Quality? No. Lights? Yes. Big brain. What about Nerf snipping? Ah, Nerf snippers. Homely brings up a great point. Nerf snippers, those have been around for ages. Now, when we talk about the Nerf snippers, they go around and they snip things. You get people in your sights and you snip. And you stab. Shh. It's all fine now. It's all ogre now. Etsy store, Captain Slug. Yes, give Captain Slug money. I don't know what the context was, but give Captain Slug money. Why are you running something actually good? Hey. Yeah. If you missed it, this is someone else's blaster who loaned it to me just for some gameplay footage because I'm going to have a small review of the NG2 Goblin at some point. Probably not this week, maybe next week. CO2 propellant in a public park is too similar to a real firearm, just asking for the cops to be called. Yeah, I've seen that one thing that keeps showing up on like Facebook, and someone did a video of like shooting it through a chronograph and it was like 130 FPS. They're like, wow, look at this, it's game changing. Yeah, what looks like a real firearm, you put a CO2 canister in it, even though it's like bright red or bright blue, and it fires a single dart. Yay, the game changing. I don't like that. Get your CO2 canisters out of here. Wow, that hour flew by. Yeah, apparently it did. I wish they would sell the drums separately, but it's probably going to be like the Chaos. Well, they eventually did start selling the Chaos magazines separately. It took a long time, though, because they wanted you to finally make a decision to buy the blaster, and then they would release it. And I don't know if they are actually going to do that for the Titan because they want you to buy the Titan. They want you to spend the extra money, and I'm sure the drum or the blaster doesn't actually add that much, and therefore you got to do that. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Homely. Thanks for the birthday wishes. You have a good night, sir. I did have a good day. Beret, have you seen the play wrecked blasters? Everyone seems to think they'd be dead on arrival. Is the play wrecked one what I keep referring to with the CO2 cartridge? Is that it, or is it something else? Bray, are you coping well with the loss of your banana suit? I'll survive. I may get it back, so I'm not too concerned. Don't talk about my boy CO2 like that, man. Well, for Nerf, I don't think it makes sense, so I'm entitled to my own opinion, and I don't think that we need CO2 for Nerf games, because we're propelling darts. They don't need CO2. Seems unnecessary. Do you know Just a Jolt? Hey, Just a Jolt here. I don't know him personally, but he has been around here before. I have chatted with him on Instagram and on YouTube. Seems like a fun guy. I imagine making a video with him would be like 5 different levels of energy that I would probably like eventually watch his edits and be overwhelmed, and that would be quite impressive. It'd be cool to meet him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to go over to Foam Fest in the UK and see him, so unfortunately, maybe not this time. Beret, favorite colors? Well, I do like blue, but I also like green, and I like white. There, I have answered your questions. I think that using CO2 as a propellant is a problem legally. It's just other problems with CO2 functionally. Legally, I think it's just the shell that dictates whether people will be scared or not. Is not a problem legally? Well, yeah, if the CO2 is legal, it's whatever. Point is, I just still don't think we need it. Like, why? It's also expensive. Why do you need to go out and get CO2 just for your blasters? The difference is that Titan accepts standard mags and the Chaos has bespoke Chaos mags. Chaos only mags. Yeah, exactly. Melody Burst got it right. At least the Titan, you can throw whatever you want in it. One of the first things I thought was, that Titan would look great with a 6-round magazine, wouldn't it? But I'm not buying a Titan just to do that. I'll just borrow Captain Xavier's, because he's a nice guy, and he's not using it just yet. Beret, how would a Nerf light tank sound? Like a tank that it's light, or a tank that is lightly colored? It sounds intriguing, but I'm not sure where to go with that. You could have stronger mag springs if the darts were tougher. Sure. Okay. I don't know where this is going. Do you want FVJs in your mags now too? Because I don't. Those are sturdy darts. I don't want them though. If you want stronger mag springs, get worker mags. There's that too. Thanks for the Rev Reaper input earlier, Beret. Nice to get your opinion on the matter, by the way, from experience. Filling in the empty shell space does wonders for the noise level. Best Rev Reaper mod. Yeah, I still have my Rev Reaper. You know, I've used it at least twice now on camera. It's a fun little blaster. I found that my hand gets a little sore, actually. There's one part on I think actually it's the handle, not the priming handle, uh, that has irritated my hand. But I mean, it's still an absolute blast and hilarious thing to fire off that Rev Reaper as fast as possible. Ghost design an NG2 for Beret. Oh no, I didn't ask for this. Is not a problem legally. Yeah. My point about the mag spring was about the double stack mags. Well, I think it really does come down to the darts. And because darts are soft, we have problems. And we like to be able to reuse our darts. And after you reuse darts like once is when they start to get a little bit flimsier. Some people have reported just fine, but I don't think I need to invest into a bunch of 40-round magazines when I already have a bunch of full-length and half-length magazines that work just fine single-stacked, when I also only have one blaster that can fire them, and I probably won't have it for too much longer, because I don't need it. That's my Dominator. Ergo Nightmare, yes. Ergo Nightmare, but sometimes that's the best part. Beret, should there be a full-sized Nerf tank? I had precision of the new Ultra Darts. Oh, with the precision of the Nerf Ultra Darts, anything is possible. I've got PTSD from yesterday. I don't want to talk about my Ultra Dart experience. Nerf tank, yes. Nerf tank though, good. Do that. What's your thoughts on the superior range and precision of the new Ultra Darts? Luchasaur, you're killing me, man. You're making me do this. Demonetized. Channel block. Age restricted. You made me do this. Okay, moving on. Bray, when do you think we'll have a big 2-day event in the Northwest? Seems like everyone else has one. Why am I in charge of that? Oh, right. We need the right venue, and I think we're getting pretty close to having one. We may have the ability to take another one north or south, but that requires me talking to people who I haven't heard from in some time. So, also it might require some better weather. But that could definitely be a summer goal, or like an early summer goal when it's not too hot just yet. I think it would be that'd be really fun though, like an evening event. Do you have your own 3D printer? I do not. Uh, Jerank? Jerank? Falk? Sorry, I'm not sure how to. I'm butchering your name. I apologize. I do not have my own 3D printer. I don't have the space right now for it, and I don't think I would be printing enough stuff anyways. There's always cost with 3D printing. There's time, and I don't need to make all that stuff as much as possible. You think I'm kidding about designing one for you? That's the problem, Spam. I don't know. Don't do this to me. I don't need it, but it's so cool. The goblin's so sweet. It's a cool thing. I like it. Okay, how many times is this thing looped? I will give you some new footage now, guys. Or we can just switch to me. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Okay, now it's just me. Hi. Now you can see me in my pixelated glory. Maybe one day I'll upgrade this too, but that means I have to care and actually sink money into it. And once I sink money into something, that means I'm committed, and then everything changes. Sorry, inner dialogue just got outer. Compressed air would be the way to go, not CO2 type build. Holy crap, I got hit with an FEJ yesterday and I have a perfectly round welt. Goblin was ordered October 10th. Good day. Thanks for stopping by, Tyler. Yeah, I found a couple FEJs still yesterday. Not as many as our previous game, but there were still a couple floating around. I don't know how they keep getting in there. Spam doesn't kid. He's one of those people you have to be careful about saying things around. This is my channel. I can say whatever I want. Welts are half the fun. Proof of the epic battles. Welts are only fun if everyone is there for that. And not everyone is here for welts on a public game where kids are welcome to come. Because we have safe darts that don't need to have hard vinyl tips. That's why we like, soft darts only. If we want to have FVJ battles, we can, but we choose not to. Especially not on days that are almost freezing when you can feel the darts very, very well. I said this yesterday in our rules briefing. Because it's so cold and you're wearing a lot of gear, one of two things is going to happen. You're not going to feel the dart at all because it's going to hit, your coat or your gear. You won't feel it. Or it's going to hit skin and you're going to feel it immediately. But Nerf games don't have to hurt. Burn all the FVJs. We rip the heads off because we can. I have the right. I saw like 6 hard tip nipple darts. I don't know, Luchathor. I don't know why there were still some of those there. They might just be extras from previous games. But like I said, we had more the previous one, so I at least think this was good that we had less. So, still annoying that we have some, but all things considered, step in the right direction. You're in charge because you're our cult leader. Darn right. I'm in charge here. Sounds like I need to design one for Jangular too. Yes. Everyone gets a goblin. Coming to Corvallis on Friday? Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to the library game on Friday. I'm sorry, guys. I Yeah, I'm probably going to have to stay local this I'm probably going to have to stay local this weekend. So, won't be able to make it out to the library this time, which is a super bummer, but I hope everyone who does get to go has a good time. I took some time off today, so I'm probably going to want to make sure I work through the rest of the week You Americans can't handle the hard darts. It's not about us not being able to handle the hard darts. Careful of the line you're treading on. We were fine with that, but you can get more people to play and have more fun without requiring people to get hit with hard darts. Also, FEJs suck for many flywheel blasters. So there's that. And why not keep things safe if you have the opportunity to? Because an FEJ to certain iPro may actually be kind of dangerous. And then we have to start requiring people to wear extra levels of eye protection, like airsoft grade. The great thing about Nerf is that you don't need to require people to start wearing extra levels of eye protection if it is a pretty low FPS. So, something like this, I'm wearing glasses. Sure, I'm fine with someone doing that as long as they have their eye protection on. Don't don't make assumptions about us. There are reasons. People still go and shoot FEJs around here. They do that, but when you're running a big event, that's what we do. Oh, you're just messing with me. You. It is weird. It is very weird to have been playing games 4 or 5 years ago with people where FEJs were just like you can find a Nobacon video where they talked about FEJs are fine, except the pain. And I remember seeing that and being like, yeah, you know what? That sounds pretty good. And it's completely changed. It's very interesting how things have changed in that short of time. It's different. It is very different. Those thumbtack darts, though, those thumbtack darts, no, that's one thing I think we can all agree on. You do not put thumbtacks in darts and you don't share that around to people and then give them ideas and then you make people think that Nerf is dangerous and then they're going to start outlawing things because someone did something stupid, like PDK films. Don't do that. Do not do that. Bullpup Goblin, take my money. Yeah, no tax in darts, please. That is dangerous. That is irresponsible. I once, was curious and put things there and, then I looked and saw that was stupid and so I took it out. Because yeah, people have done that and then they put clickbaity thumbnails for their YouTube videos too just to get people to click on them. That's dumb and dangerous and irresponsible. Like I said, that stuff appears online and it makes all of us suffer. Bobo, your comment got flagged. This message is held for review, but don't worry, I'll show it still. I don't know why all these are getting like held by YouTube's commenting. The last stream I did, um, I don't know the full reasons behind it, but YouTube was like, this video is only eligible for like limited ads if you put ads on them, and I was like, okay, I didn't put ads on this, but why is it limited? Did I say something bad in the stream? I don't think I did. Were we talking about something dangerous? How are my other videos able to be monetized, but this is not able to be monetized? Very strange. I guess we don't keep things very safe in this chat. Let me read from Bobo's wise words. Beret, why is you loser? Narf is dumb and is dumb for play it. You should shoot real gun like real man. I haven't had a video in a while that got that kind of attention, so I miss some of those comments. Thank you, Bobo. Usually it's my WikiHows, but turns out if you don't make a WikiHow video, you don't get those comments. See, guys, it's all part of the plan. Big brain ideas. Don't make WikiHow videos, don't get dumb comments. I swear I'll make one eventually, guys. I swear. Been shot in the collarbone with a toothpick dart. Not fun, but more importantly, what Bray said. Yeah, that sucks. That sounds terrible. Even toothpick, not fun. You never know about YouTube. No, you really don't. Thumbtack darts go in the corner with razor blade candy. Yeah, that's also pretty dumb. At least razor blade candy, you can't shoot at people. Though that's equally scary. If I had a kid right now, I'd be very concerned for Halloween. Don't do that, guys. Be safe. Be smart. Make the world a better place, please. Thanks. Beret, should I build my Nerf tank from easy to get materials? No, you should build it from hard to get materials. And go to Soviet Russia and pick up all the scrap metal. Or you can go buy one of the Nerf battle racers and build it from that. Guys, I may have a Nerf battle racer soon. I'm excited. More to come. Google flag. Google flag you the second you said thumbtack dart. Whatever. I don't monetize my streams. I'll survive. New posts are on WikiHow. Only use hard to get. Yeah, see, like, yeah, there you go. Velocity Blasters has it, like Moonrocks. I hear those make the best Nerf tanks. Because public play parks. Yep, Bobo's got it right. Stalinium for your tank for Russia. I like it. This has nothing to do with nerfing, but did you like the persimmons? Oh, yes, I did indeed. Howdy again. Mr. Ren1819, also known as AJ. I mentioned it earlier, but if you were a little late, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to the library event on Friday, unfortunately. I think I have to. I think I have to stay in town for the early part of this weekend, unfortunately. So you guys have a good time. Slay the zombies for me, last as long as possible. Make it hard for them to get you, and make the mods have to make super zombies, which are the zombies that cannot be stunned. So good luck. Yes, I did mention it earlier. Part of the reason I'm doing this tonight is because, I have nothing better to do with my life, and I just wanted to stream to people on my birthday. It's my birthday. I know. I'm old now, apparently, which means I'm 1 year wiser. But I'm still a child in the brain. I saw someone mention Ultra Darts. Ultra Darts probs healthy for you. No, we don't talk about Ultra Darts. Can we not? I don't want to talk about Ultra. Let me shower you with money, you sloot. Another person. No, Bobo. Send money to Bobo Lolo instead. Don't send it to me. Also, Bobo, I saw you posted a video and I didn't get to watch it yet, but I like your thumbnail. What is it called? Sorry, I was working on this right as you posted that. The magic lipo formula. Yes. Be sure to check out Bobo's new video. All right. I've been streaming for almost about an hour and a half. Think we're still got some people watching, so we'll keep going for a little bit longer. I'll probably at the latest wrap this up at about 10 my time, so that's within 30 minutes, but we'll just keep on trucking. In the meantime, if you got questions, keep them coming. That's all we're doing right now. We're not talking about anything important. Yes, thank you, thank you. What's going on here? Nothing. Nothing is going on here. Delete this. Beret, do you want to join my Nerf army? I don't really join other people's army. I just kind of do my own thing, and if I wind up with someone else's army, then I'm just like, okay, let's do it, Leroy Jenkins. And back to work. Oh no, you're working right now? Oh, AJ. The only mods I do is the default Strife works and work on Alpha Trooper mag release. Just prefer those over the AK paddle. Simple mods are fine. Simple mods, there's nothing wrong with those, especially if that's all you're comfortable with. Don't overextend yourself. If that's what keeps you interested, then that is good. But there's always more to learn if you're interested, so that is the best part. There's always more that you can look up and tinker with if your heart desires that. I say that knowing that I don't currently mod that much, so trust me, this is also for my knowledge. Which HVZ are you going to, if you even are? Carter Hall. Which HVZ am I going to? I mean, well, I'm hoping to go to the same ones I went to this year. That would be the HVZ for Entwar and the HVZ for Ragnarok. I don't know if there's any other big invitationals that I'm planning on going to this next year, but we'll see. I've got a few things on the radar I would like to try and travel to. It just depends on the schedule. My schedule, because this is not my job. I have to take time off to go to some of these things, and when everything is like on the East Coast, then it's a good long travel to go out to those events, and it costs money. And I am apparently not made of money, which sucks, but it's true. Did you have a chance to use my gift yet from Ragna? Just curious. J. Rowe. J. Rowe. J. Rowe. Jay, please remind me of what your gift is from Ragnarok. Now I'm worried. I didn't get that much stuff. Please tell me I know what you're talking about. Beret is streaming. Let's see if this pings him even though it says he's not here. Bobo, I still have a phone, you know. I can see when you make a mention of me. Gotcha. That's why I skipped Rag. Big ol' house of builds. Yeah, understandable, Bobo. As I mentioned in my vlog, Rag is the easy one for me because it's close. And so as long as it stays in that area, it should be a pretty easy one to travel to because it's right there, which is nice. And then I can maybe even try to go to more stuff. Never mind, I take back all the nice things I'm saying about you. He is not a Nerf army. I am a Nerf army now. I am I am a Nerf army. Whatever the heck that means. What are your thoughts on smoke bombs? Disappointment the channel. Are you by any chance referencing something in particular, or are you legitimately asking me what my opinion is on smoke bombs for Nerf games? Leroy Jenkins was the first victim of Ligma. Read your history. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'm not up to my pro gamer knowledge. Your opinion on Stravens? If people want to make a Straven, they're entitled to do that. I mean, there are obviously some more rare Ravens than others, so if you have the choice, maybe don't use one of the rare ones, just because at the very least, I'm sure someone would be happy to swap with you so that you don't use one of their rare Ravens and cut it up. But I mean, you want to make a blaster, go ahead. If you only have the intention of making like a Straven just to destroy certain blasters because that will make someone pissed off, then screw you. That's no good. Like make something that you want to make because you're interested in that and you actually have some vision of a cool blaster. And if a Straven is that, great, do what you want. But don't tell me to make a Straven because that's up to me. How can we band together? Hasbray has a trombone. What else should we join him with? Some people have brought stuff around. There's a Strife hero. There's a Strife on a guitar. If Rag moves, I'll be quite sad as I love to go to California. It gives me a great reason to go and brings in other people I usually wouldn't see. I agree. What happened with Beret and Smoke Nades? No, it's my most recent WikiHow, I'm fairly certain. And by most recent, I mean like half a year ago. Beret, who actually organizes the HVZ events? Is it the universities or the Nerfers that go? For those, I mean, it's like usually a club at the university if you're talking about a college HVZ. It's not the college itself. It's a club that works with the college to make it happen. Oh, yes, what about West vs. Zombies? I would like to try and go to West vs. Zombies this year if it is far enough away from other events and I can plan accordingly and maybe not as far to travel to as well. I would like to go and see what uh, WVZ is like so I can just go to another invitational like that, have some fun, get some more experience. Because I really haven't been to that many HVZ invitationals. I'm just comparing Nerf to Airsoft over here. Don't mind me. We use smokes and flashes. None of us are epileptic, don't worry. Yeah, there are some fields that use smoke grenades for Nerf, but the average Nerf game should not. So I don't use smoke grenades because it's inappropriate for a public park. Though there is one place that we have played before where we might use them, but we're not going there at this time, so I will not. Would a trombone work for well for a rocket launcher? Yes. Yes, it would. Ravens deserve death. Strifes are better. Suck it, nerds. Thanks, Bobo, for your years of wisdom. Always appreciate that. I only want Stravens made from the rarest of ravens. You guys are the worst. Uh, End War is done by Drac and I. There's a mod team that designs the game. I do strictly FoamCon. Yes, and then there are the big invitationals. Whoever asked before, the big invitationals are worked on by a team that whether they're affiliated with a college campus or not that they're trying to do it at, they still work with the appropriate parties to make it all happen. So they don't just show up there and have a game. Everyone's working together, but typically it's not the school itself. It's a group of people, those who have the knowings to say like, hey guys, what's this? Like, this is a half dart because the school may not know that half darts exist, but the mod team might, and they will direct accordingly. WVZ tends to be 15 to 18 hours east. Well, let's see if that can change this year. And if it's early enough, then maybe I can plan accordingly. We shall see. It also depends on if people from our area actually go, because if they do, maybe, and if it's close enough, we just drive together, make it easy. Bray, can you help me build this Nerf tank? I would like to base it off the M3 Stuart light tank. Well, the good news is I have absolutely no idea what that looks like. Sorry, I'm not up to date on my tank knowledge. I also don't know if you are building it in my area, because if you're not building it in my area, then I probably can't help you with my hands. The rival Jupiter. Yes, what about it? It exists. And originally the out of darts Jupiter was there first. The Ood. I gave you red martial arts practice sword to protect yourself from Walcom and his mace. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. Thank you. I was like, what did you give me? I do have that. Walcom was not at our previous game, so I did not need it to defend myself in the moment. But thank you. It is standing by as necessary. What's better, Pepsi or Coke? I drink neither, actually. I don't really drink soda at all. I eat chocolate. That's what I choose. I'm thinking about changing my channel from knives to Nerf. Anyone have any advice? I'm new to the hobby, but I'm learning quickly and just finished a Category 5 Hurricane. Are there too many channels? Well, here's what I will say. When I started making videos, I also thought there were too many channels out there, and there was no need for me to make my own Nerf videos too. If you do your own thing, power to you. If you just try and do the exact same thing as someone else, then that kind of already exists. But if you take your own spin on something or you just want to offer a different perspective, then that is all good. Keep things interesting enough. Don't make an hour video just on like, or you can, maybe that can be your own thing. If you make an hour-long video on the Nerf Rival Knockout and you point out new features that no one else will know, that's different. I also don't know if people want to watch an hour review on a $10 blaster. So find what makes you happy, and if you think that translates well to videos, whether it be more entertainment like what I do, educational wise, um, it's totally up to you. I'd run this in a war idea: bear mace, taser, and rubber rounds. It's a great idea, Bobo. One more though. I usually do four options if possible. That sounds great. Funny thing is I could actually use that and then just have different ones for each one. And I wouldn't tell you which one they would actually correspond to. I wouldn't say there's too many channels. It's the relatively small size of the community along with YouTube algorithm stuff that makes it harder to grow a Nerf channel in my opinion. No, you're absolutely right. That's why, I mean, if you do it, you're doing it for yourself. You do it because you want to. You're passionate about making something, putting something out for people. Uh, yeah, I understand that, some people have a very hard time growing a channel regardless of what they do. And I've been very fortunate to have my channel grow over time. Um, I've put work into it, obviously, but I've also gotten lucky here and there, sometimes with the YouTube algorithm. And here we are today. There are plenty of people who do better work than myself who have a fraction of my channel size. I'm just fortunate enough that the YouTube gods have shined their light on me every now and then, I think. I don't think it's because I make good content. I think it's just because I get lucky. There are seriously plenty of great people out there who put their heart and soul into their work that I have the utmost respect for. So if you do something you care about and that's good enough for you, more power. Bobo, you should try to run those in a war. It'd be fun. That'd require me to go to a war. Ooh, self burn. Bam. New from Captain Slug. The self burn. The algorithm is a pain. That's why I'm on Instagram and doing meh at it. Yes, and that's why you can diversify and make more stuff on Instagram too. Even though I don't think many people on Instagram Nerf wise actually like get paid to do that. Not saying that not saying that you have to. You do it because you want to, but I'm just saying like it's much easier to get monetized on YouTube because obviously there's a certain threshold that most people are aware of. On Instagram, I think people actually have to reach out to you and say like, "Hey, we'd like to sponsor your posts." I'm not, and I obviously don't have that big of a following to even warrant it. But I think only Nerf would like, sponsor individuals on Instagram if that. Um, hey, here's a fun thing. You guys use TikTok? Well, you should follow me on TikTok because I just started trying that just to see what would happen. Um, here's me. This is me on TikTok, guys. I'm not joking. I made this because I was curious what Nerf existed on TikTok, and then I went on there and I was sad. So let's see if we can change TikTok for the better. And by that I mean I'll post every now and then or not from videos that I'm already making and then just post a clip there instead. At Beret, where do you live? I could travel down there to commence this project. I am in the Pacific Northwest if you've seen comments about that, so in the Portland area. But I mean, honestly, if you're looking to make something like a tank, have you heard of this Captain Xavier guy? He likes to make that kind of stuff. He lives for that. He's actually a maker. He has a space for that soon. That would be where it would be ideal. Hashtag I do nothing for the community. I do nothing for the community too. Everyone just thinks I do. 123 Creepy Stalker Avenue. How did you know? Why would you post my address online, Tybeck? Look, I'm gonna level. Nerf's great, but the platform is far too limited for the massive bombastic battles I love to play. The massive bombastic battles I love to play. I would argue that Nerf is capable of a lot of that, but I mean, if you are saying that you have no interest in Nerf, you think it's limited, then go do your own thing. I would argue that it's still way easier to make crazy stuff in Nerf because there's just so much different types of ammo and you're not like getting shot because you stepped out in front of a tree and the person 200 feet away then suddenly saw you. Hmm. Brett is watching little kids. Bobo, I don't actually watch anything else really on TikTok. I follow like two channels. What are they even called? I follow like the Monster Cat music label and Zach King right now because I can. That's it. And then I like once searched the Nerf hashtag and I was like, nope, I have no idea what a TikTok is, and you should not. Don't ask if you don't want to know. Noah Krell, you should do some 3D printed part reviews. I could, but I don't know if my 3D printing knowledge is up to snuff to warrant a decent review. So, meh, I could, but I'd actually want to review something I'm more passionate about too. So, for someone who actually 3D prints all the time, I'd much rather hear their thoughts on something. For me, I just really care, can I use it? Can you do WikiHow or is there no more articles? Oh man, an actual question about WikiHow. I swear there is one on my docket right now that I just have not gotten to for a while because I've tried to do more stuff with actual games. Soon, I've said that once or twice. I'm getting to it. Now that it's getting colder outside and games are starting to get harder to plan, there might be time for me to actually get around to filming it and editing it. Um, I know I don't have the most, high quality editing out there. I don't have the most high quality editing software, but the WikiHow videos, I put a lot of time to try and make them look a certain way or come out a certain way. So that's why I'm sometimes reluctant to pull the trigger on them. Uh, it's been easier for me to do just kind of quick one-off ideas instead of like, oh gosh, like another WikiHow article. Oh no. And so that's honestly the only reason why. Yeah, yeah, disappointment. Just remember, when you're comparing Nerf directly to say Airsoft, you're not gonna find the same results, and so it's not really appropriate to compare the two. They're very different, and different is good. Different doesn't have to be bad. Different is why we like certain things and, are not fans of others. People like Airsoft because it can shoot far. People like Nerf because it's fun and silly. You can still make Nerf darts go far and relatively accurate nowadays, but you don't have to, and that's why a lot of people still like to play it. You can be competitive with Nerf just like you can be competitive with Airsoft, but you also don't have to. We've also found that a lot of people who like to play Nerf are a lot more lighthearted and accepting. That's why a lot of us do Nerf. So we're not knocking Airsoft, but if you're trying to directly compare the two, you will find some serious differences, and it's on purpose. Uh, but it's okay. It's not a bad thing. That's just what it is. Real Steel is the highest FPS. Thank you, Bobo. Again, your wise words, making my life so much easier or harder. What have you been tagging me in? Oh, thanks. You're the best. Oh, it almost is 10? Oh shoot, we're still going? Alright, it's gonna be one of those nights. Oh boy. Guess we're still going. Beret, see if you were fat like me and not a skinny ratted. Cold doesn't bother you. Yes, well, the cold does bother me. But I had layers on, and once you start running around, then it gets better. I do need to gain a little bit of weight. I've been wondering if my channel is very weird. And stop before you think you know where that's going. I mean, my channel is weird because I make many different kinds of videos. Some of them are rather humorous, sometimes depending on who you are. Some people don't find that funny at all. Oh well. Sometimes they're serious, actual advice. And I've thought about making a video, talking about like nerfing and like why I like to nerf because it's like, for getting active and being healthy. Uh, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that just because it was I don't know. It seemed like I wanted to do something more with it and I didn't just come up with the idea early enough. So I didn't actually end up doing it. But I was almost gonna like make a challenge of like, all right, here's what my goals are gonna be with Nerf or just how Nerf is going to help me stay healthy. And you can follow along too if you want to. Just these little things. You don't have to say, I'm gonna lose 150 pounds and be in tip-top shape so that I can compete professionally. It's like, no, just like little things. You go to Nerf War, eat a little bit better that one day, just little stuff. The little steps that Nerf can make to get you into better shape because you have a chance to go outside and have some fun. Um, I didn't end up doing that recently. Uh-oh, did I see Striller just jumped in here? My man Striller. Just means I need to visit Portland, get you on the travel diet. Oh no. Striller, you missed me. I'm here. Hello. Jarek, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your questions. Have a good evening. I'm DB on here all the way. You use Skype? My name is Daniel White. I haven't used Skype in a long time, actually. I do use YouTube streaming, apparently. I feel like I offended Bobololo. Well, disappointment. Don't feel like you offended Bobololo. He is a character online, so don't take everything he's saying with too much sincerity. He is a goofy boy. Everyone gets hung up on FPS comparison when it comes to things like airsoft and paintball. Those hobbies are working towards switching to joules, which changes the comparison in an interesting way. Also true. Wise words from Mr. Jangular. That said, it's also not necessary to really use that as a primary factor when comparing the various hobbies, which limits the conversation in a disappointing way. Because this dart may travel at a certain velocity, may hit a little bit harder too, which is why we say, oh, FVJ's traveling at 300 FPS probably doesn't feel that great. Bobo has an enormous heart. His hugs are pretty legendary. Bobo once hugged me and it broke my body. I heard him say, I will crush you, and then I died. And here I am, on my next life. Bray, what is your name on Skype? I would like to be your friend. My name is Brett, and sometimes I wear a beret. We should use foot-pounds, not joules, because America. Yes. Let's screw up everything. What else have I missed? Here's one interesting. For our previous games, so we did have ultra rounds, and if you've been here for a bit, you know that yes, I did use an ultra one in the previous game, and I do have thoughts about it, and I will save that for a little bit later, but I was not impressed, to say the least. And we decided that ultra darts would only count as standard darts for our games, so they would not pierce shields, they would just count as standard darts or rival rounds, and they would be blocked by shields and blocked by swords, but mega rounds can actually pierce through shield, and so if you get hit with a mega round anywhere on your body, you're tagged, or your shield too, you get tagged. And some people were wanting to have that not the case. They wanted ultra rounds to count as extra. I was like, well, I put up a poll in our Facebook group, and it was really close, but the ultra darts are just so small. Like, even if they're a slightly larger diameter than standard Nerf darts, and they're a little bit smaller than megas, they're so much shorter. And so seeing an ultra dart fly and hit, like, say, a shield and fall off, you have to pretty much rely on someone to say that was an ultra dart. At least with mega, you see a mega round, you're like, oh, okay, because they're bigger. Small dart, you don't see small dart. Anyhow, I basically nerfed ultra for our local group at this time, and I am not sorry. Beret story time. Hugged to death, actually died, 911 called. All right, Bobo, next collaboration we do. Sounds like a plan. I can't wait. I'm not saying they all need four-figure FPS. Variations are good, but I'm looking for a reliable, accurate primary for medium engagement. Nerf lacks all of that. Okay, I still slightly disagree, but I'm not sure if it's worth my energy right now. I've been through Airsoft, Paintball, and Nerf. I prefer Nerf by far. It's a lot cheaper and more accessible to get into, plus playing in public parks is nice. Yep, there you go. That's just a preference. You've been through all of them. You like Nerf for those reasons, but the others are good for other stuff too. And I mean, Airsoft has got some pretty great gameplay footage on the YouTubes, so clearly people like that. No, he's right. Nerf sucks. It's a waste of time. Yes, we're starting to understand that clearly. Pack it up, boys. We're shutting down. Shut it down. No more Nerf. Jolt. Shut it down. Knockout only. Make it fire real rounds. Oh, great. I said shut it down, and here's John. Screw Nerf. Nerf is the worst. No more Nerf for me. All right, John. I won't see you on Sunday then. Thank you, Jose. Put John in his place. Wait, Jangular just hopped off? Did I miss that too? Damn it. Time to hit the Thunderdome. You know, I did actually just watch Mad Max Escape from Thunderdome recently. Haven't seen that in a long time. It's a good one. I like some Mad Max. Inspiration coming soon. Nerf is canceled. Yes. Hello, Blaster Show. Good to have you here. Nerf is canceled. Shut it all down. I repeat, it's over. Snip it out. Nerf snipper. This, oh, Jang's still here. Working on a thumbnail. You put effort into this stuff? All you gotta do is, take a still from one of your videos and that's a thumbnail. What is this? You mean you want to like trick people into actually clicking on your video of quality? Fool. If you guys aren't aware, Jangular makes really high quality videos now. Not that his other ones were not high quality, but now his videos are all high quality, and it makes you realize that your stuff is garbage. But you still do it because you can. I, I'm tired of nerfing. Going to be a cam girl now. All right, Bobo collaboration, yes. Let's come up with our names. This is a great way to get Yeah, to get this channel demonetized, blacklisted. That sounds good. Wow, I see I'm making real good attacks on my friends tonight. This is good. This is everything I wanted on my birthday. This is what I live for. Hi, I'm Brett, and I'm out of water. Oh dear. Yes, Jangular, it's almost like you taking a break for a while gave me an opening to pass you. Collusion. It's all part of the plan. I appreciate all the money that, you paid me to let that happen. I almost wish that my investment to let Dauntless win also came back, like, in my favor, but I paid you guys a lot of money to lose, and you didn't lose, so what the heck. How am I still getting notifications? Bobo, is this you? Yes, it is. I hate you so much. I don't. No. No. I don't like it. Shut it down. Oh, I just joined and I see the scissors. What? We love you so much. You have so much to live for. Oh, okay. Now you will hear nothing. Do I even want to look? Bobo is sending me things and I'm upset. Oh no, now it's Striller. Oh dear. You people, it's 3 hours ahead. You people should be asleep. Why don't you go to sleep? No, I will not show the picture, Bobo. That's illegal. It is me, Captain Xavier. I believe I know who Captain Xavier is. Jangular, let me know how much money to throw at the team. Just saying. Well, Spam, you gotta first declare if you want them to win or lose, and then you throw the money at them. You people. I'm still working, that's why I'm awake. Okay, well that's rather unfortunate then. No. This conversation is going downhill fast. Real downhill. Maybe this isn't what I wanted. You all see that new Mandalorian trailer? It's pretty cool. Well, Jangular, it all goes back to the previous sayings. We all do different things, and that's why it's all it's all good. If I was doing the exact same thing as you, I would be sad because I would have to put more I'd have to put more into, like the quality and the thought process to do exactly what you do. And so that would be a complete waste of my time because trying to copy you one for one is unoriginal and you're doing it better. So that's why I'm glad that we all do our own thing. Still waiting on Clone Wars Season 7. Isn't that supposed to come out on Disney Plus as well? Did they announce that officially, like, for the lineup? No pictures. Bray, I just sent you a message and a friend request on Skype. I don't know if I actually have a Skype for Beret. If you're referring to, like, my personal Skype, I, I don't know if I'm gonna actually use that to friend request random people, just FYI. It's kind of like how my personal Facebook stays personal. I only friend request or friend people if I know them in person. No offense to people. Random question. What glue for PLA 3D prints? Noob God. See, I do not know the answer to that because I don't do that much 3D printing. If anyone has a good answer for that, please let Noob God go. What glue for PLA 3D prints? Do you mean like gluing the prints together? He's not random, he's the only man left on Skype. That's not true. Foamcast Radio, I think, used Skype. Jose has it now. Oh, good. Oh, great. That's what I want. Where do I unsubscribe from Bobololo? Where do I do that? Where do I do that? I just was saying people should go watch your new video. Now I'm gonna say everyone should unsubscribe from Bobololo. I hear he's ruining Nerf. I'm surprised Mr. Nathan hasn't popped up here just to say, yes, this man is ruining Nerf. Welp, I'm off. Nice chat. I'm off to flex glue my hands to my desk. Okay, Disappointment the channel, thanks for stopping by. I wish you good luck with that, but I will recommend not doing that if I have to have a word in it. But good luck. Interesting conversations there. Ah. Bobo, why? Yeah. Just because you're ruining Nerf doesn't mean you should ruin Nate's sleep too. Yeah, I know. Well, Mr. Nathan's better than all of us, so he wouldn't show up on this stream anyways. He's too smart. Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to get tired. It's been a little over 2 hours. I'll probably start winding down here shortly. Though for some reason, I have like the same number of viewers still, so I guess people have been interested enough. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just because I haven't done a stream in a while. I would like to stream a little bit more often if I have a better structure. I'm sorry I haven't done that in some time. And like I said, maybe I'll actually get better equipment to do that someday. Though I've also tried to jump into more of the other streams that have happened locally, like Captain Xavier. Every now and then will do a stream. Out of Darts had a stream once that I helped with. Maybe more in the future. I haven't been to Wallcoms in a bit, but he's done streaming in the past too. Um, well, that was before he did like weekly streams. So okay, that one's been a while. I don't sleep until the stream ends. Oh shoot. Well, you know what? Turns out, Dr. Jax, neither do I. I don't sleep until the stream ends too. Or I could just sleep on stream and then I could monetize this and then just go to sleep and I earn money while I sleep, right? Is that how it works? That's not how it works. I feel like part of Bobo's reason for existence is to hear people say why as often as possible. Yeah. Bruh. Why is Armods on Beret's channel? Bad. Of course. Because ever since End War, our mods and myself switched out, and ever since that time, I have been in his place and he has been in mine. It's a tricky situation, but we've adapted pretty well. Do a game that is streamed somehow. I could. I don't really play many games right now. Could I, if I share my screen over here? Wait, if I share this screen right now, does it show? I don't actually know. Yep, the Freaky Friday edition. Alright, I'm opening up Discord. You people are scaring me. What's happening on Discord right now? Nothing. No, I'm not showing your weird picture, Bobo. Okay. Well, I don't know if I actually have anything else to talk about, to be completely honest. I think I might start wrapping it up here, actually. If you've got any last questions, let me know now, but in the next 5 minutes, we'll probably call it. Bobo, you realize if you post that, I am very much capable of blocking it, and I just delete your comments from my channel. I am a creepy grandma that watches you. Thank you, Moon Ozone. I really appreciate that. That's what I wanted to hear. I like that. Thank you. Great. I love it. Beret spam shine for End War? Well, spam shine yes, but drinking I don't drink really. Like I taste the alcohols, but I don't drink the alcohols. It's not really my thing. So I can't tell you what it's like to be drunk. I can just tell you what sometimes things taste like, and then I don't really have a good taste test on those anyways. Happy birth, Miss Brett. Have a wonderful night. But first, what are your thoughts on Ultra Darts? Ultra Darts can burn in hell. What would it take to bring you to Aussie Nerf Alpha? Man, what would it take? I mean, it doesn't take the stars to align. I I really do want to get to travel more and see what other places are like to play at. I have this great opportunity right now in my life where I don't have too much else going on, and I can devote a lot of time and energy to Nerf, which is why I make videos as frequently as I do, and it's why I'm able to go to as many games as I can. So I recognize that my window for doing this as much as possible is here, and it will not be here forever. I'm also young still, so I should do that while I can. Um, and I'm not that financially constrained that I can't just say no because money, but it's still obviously a big consideration. So it would be for something like, travel to Australia, it would be needing to know, when it is pretty early in advance, not having that overlap with other significant things. I mean, if people were willing to pay for me to go there, I wouldn't say no, but I don't want to be the one asking for that to happen. I don't want to be like, hey guys, I would love to go to your game, and I will for the low, low price of you funding my travel time because I'm worth it to you guys. No. It should be more of I want to make the decision and I pay for that. If someone for some odd reason is willing to contribute towards my travel, I'm not going to say no. And it would obviously be helpful financially, but that shouldn't be the only reason that it gets done. Um, if a group of people decided to do that, same thing. There's a lot, but that's kind of the conversation that would have to get started there. I'm interested still, regardless of any of those other factors. Like I would love to be able to go. More play is good, and I would love to meet more players from around the world because we all have different stories to share, and the best way to do that is in person. The best way to see how you guys nerf is to be there right alongside you and to get shot in the face by your stuff. Wait, maybe I don't want to do this. Uh, but that is that. So all the things, as long as things are out in the open, so that more people can be aware of like when events are or any big time events are, then who knows what can be planned. Oh shoot, not that too. Why did I ever share that picture? I'm looking at something else. It's warm here in Australia too. Yeah, it's cold here, which means it's warm in Australia. You guys got the nice heat now. More out of Dart shop background. Okay. Sure, Australia. Bye, and thank you for the stream. It helped me have an excuse to stay up a little later. You are welcome, Nerf thrifting reviews and more. Thank you for staying as long as you did. Much appreciated, sir. Hope you enjoyed. Beret, what would it take to use tanks in Nerf war? For them to be allowed and for me to have a tank. That's kind of as simple as it is. I would, you know me, I'll use almost anything. Beret, need a table for FoamCon? Maybe? I don't know. I may not do a table for FoamCon again. Having one at RAG kind of proved that it wasn't necessarily perfect for me. I think someone else could probably benefit from a table, and I'm not using it. Bobo wants to play PUBG, that's the reason he's getting off. Of course. Goodbye, you silly people. We do wars every month except December and January. We would die from the heat. Good to know. Good to know. Australia would be cool. The other thing about traveling, if I consider traveling internationally, would be I would probably keep it really simple and bring almost no gear. Some people want to bring their, exclusive stuff that everyone wants to see and if they've never seen before and they want to see it in person, like, you hear Captain Xavier's traveling, so you want to see Captain Xavier's minigun. For me, I don't think I have too many iconic blasters, which is good because what I would probably do is just say, nope, I'm just going to travel to somewhere. Maybe I'll pick up something from the store. But if someone's just willing to let me borrow a loadout, I will use it. Like, whatever. I don't need to, like, keep anything. But if you're willing to, like, sponsor my loadout just for the time that I'm there, sure, I'm game. Let's do it. And that will be the extent of that. So I would travel pretty light and keep it easy on myself because that kind of travel stresses me out. I've only traveled internationally a couple of times. There you go. We can provide jank blasters. You'll feel right at home. And then the game will be like 300 FPS cap, and I'll be like, I've made a huge mistake. I liked your table at Ragfest. Well, thank you, Zach. I mean, I liked it too. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying that I think it proved to me that I would probably prefer walking around since I don't have anything to sell and nothing really exclusive to show off. If I'm just there to talk to people, I can do that wherever. I can go and sit at someone else's booth and do that. Like if they have to walk away too, and I can just watch their stuff. It's much easier when you don't have a booth to be responsible for. I like being lazy. Not exactly no cap. Oh, good. Guess I'll bring my half face mask then. That seems like the most appropriate thing to do. Where can I go to 400, 500 FPS limit? I don't know. Apparently Australia. Sell stickers? Hey, I already do sell stickers, but technically not me. Out of Darts has my stickers on his website, and now Foam Blast has my patches on their website. But I personally don't sell them. If I go to a game, I'll just bring stickers and hand them out for free. No cost. But if you need to get them for some reason and I'm not there, you can always go to their websites and buy stuff. Most don't mod, just me and a few others. But no FPS cap. Very interesting. But still, cool to see. That's why you hire a booth babe like Bobo. Yep. We don't have anything over 200 yet. Oh, I mean, that's reasonable. 200 is something I'm familiar with. I can play against 200. And when I say play against 200, I don't mean like, oh, you'll never hit me with a 200 FPS blaster. It just means that okay, I can learn how to dodge 200 FPS shots every now and then or at least stay behind cover and hide from 200 FPS shots, and then run. Run like hell. Also, ironically, I have everyone's stickers in my backpack, so I've had a tiny beret with me since End War. Yes, you have. Beret, if you do go down under, make sure to do a vid with Bradley. Yes. Oh, I would probably try to record as much footage as possible if I go to something internationally. I would absolutely. But we would record with his footage, with his equipment, because he obviously has a much higher quality setup than I do. Um, Hi, my name is Brett, and I film my videos on an iPhone. And yes, California NIC Armageddon. They don't have a cap, I think. Yeah, Jay, I've heard that they don't actually have one, which is impressive. I'd like to be able to go to that too. Shoot, that's another one. Armageddon. That just happens to always be like right near Ragnarok. No, not Ragnarok. End War. This year it was like the weekend after End War, so it was just like a nope, can't do that. Too many events, too close to each other. Gotta space them out. We need like an official council to decide these things, which doesn't happen when they're around the world. I know. All right, it is 10:30 p.m. I am going to get some actual sleep tonight. No, I don't need a wind filter for my mic. I told you, this is a budget channel. You don't expect quality here, you expect garbage. I am ruining Nerf. I'm Brett. Sometimes I wear a beanie. Thank you everyone for stopping by tonight. This was fun. Thank you for your birthday wishes. It was a good day. It was a fun day yesterday playing. Um, Maybe I'll leave a link to this stream up unlisted so you can watch it for a bit, but I usually don't leave them posted elsewise. Uh, and look forward to some of that actual like decent footage edited for my knockout and the goblin in the near future. Next, I'd run that in a war. Not just yet. I have to edit a lot of that and then make the other part of that video. So maybe later this month. But also, I don't know when our next game is going to be just yet because it's been difficult to schedule one due to the holidays starting to approach. So that'll be tricky. But I'll at least get the video out later in November. I swear it will be decent. You can see the Ultra One at its peak performance. That is going to do it for me, everyone. Like I said, have a good evening if you're in my area, or have a good day if you're just waking up. And yeah, half darts. How do they work? Ooh. You can go home. You can't stay here. I'm gonna cut my neck off now. You heard me. All right, now I'm actually done. Good night, everyone. Take care.